America just dropped a bombshell. It's not war.
If we automate everybody's job, who is going to buy all of your shit?
It's the AI action plan, and it changes everything. We're talking about 90+ federal actions to fast-track AI, deregulate tech, flood the country with data centers, and export American intelligence like it's oil.
AI and automation have arrived, and they're going to transform society forever. From cashiers to CEOs, more jobs are getting replaced by the machines every day.
If your state doesn't comply, it could lose funding.
I think we are seeing the most disruptive force in history here. We will have to have something that is smarter than the smartest human. It's hard to say exactly what that moment is, but there will come a point where no job is needed. You can have a job if you want to have a job for personal satisfaction, but the AI will be able to do everything.
This isn't innovation, it's a digital arms race, but here's the truth. No plan can touch. AI can automate systems, but it can't automate soul. It can scrape your resume, but it can't decode presence, wisdom, or emotional leadership. That's where you come in. Because in a world that's being rebuilt by algorithms, the humans who know how to lead, truthfully, empathetically, and with power, are the ones who will never be replaced.
Who will be buying anything if nobody's really working it?
You will either be getting by based on a government lifeline, or you will be in the class of people that own the businesses complaining about all the taxes they need to pay to fund that lifeline.
I think if your job is as routine as it comes, your job is gone in the next couple of years. A huge number of people are out of work. Is that the elites start looking at those people and thinking, you know.
According to World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs will be replaced by AI by 2025. And on top of that, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, said an estimated 30% of all jobs will be replaced by AI in mid-30s. Goldman Sachs said 300 million jobs are going to be replaced.
My graphic designers, my video editors, etc. So what jobs are going to be impacted?
Yeah, all of those. So I think...
And what do they do?
You know, maybe this is useful for the audience. I think if your job is as routine as it comes, your job is gone in the next couple of years.
And now 98 people out of 100 are completely out of a job.
We also always underestimate a technology. If it does go on to change history, when you look back through cars, horses, planes, the Wright brothers just thought of a plane as being something that the army could use. They had no idea of the application. So someone said to me recently, they said, when it does change the world, we underestimate the impact that it will change the world. And I see people now with their estimations of AI and AI agents already incredibly optimistic. And so if history holds here, we are undershooting the impact it's going to have.
Now we're left with emotions and agency. So we essentially, the agency idea, I think we used to judge people on IQ, and now IQ is the big leveler. And now going forward for the next 10 years, we're going to look at, are you a high agency person or a low agency person? Do you have the ability to get things done and coordinate agents? Do you have the ability to start businesses or give orders to digital armies? And essentially these high agency people are going to thrive in this new world.
That a huge number of people are out of work is that the elites start looking at those people and thinking, well, we don't really need them anyway. And so the idea that this AI disruption doesn't lead us to some very human catastrophe, I think, is overly optimistic, and that we need to start preparing right now. What are the rights of a person who has had whatever it is that they've invested in completely erased from the list of needs? Is that person responsible for not having anticipated AI coming? And is it their problem that they are now starving and they're being eyed by others as, you know, a useless eater?
The amount of change we're going to see over the next 5 years, 10 years, will dwarf everything that's happened over the last 30. And so the people who were writing software, particularly at the lower end, unless you're doing these advanced things, they're gone, right? The people that
because the software's writing itself.
It's doing itself, right? It's just math. Programmer back in the day, so when I was writing code, it was the algorithms were if this, then that.
Right.
XOR, whatever it may be, right? But you had to guess, right? You had to use your best instance. And then it got smarter and smarter and smarter, and libraries to do bigger and better things. All that is being automated. And so now you have to know how to use that stuff. So either software works for you or you work for software. The difference is the time lag, right? The timeline. So what took 20 years before and then became 10 could be 5 or 3. And so when you start getting that massive amount of disruption in employment, what do? The whole nature of employment is going to change. There aren't manufacturing jobs coming back.
So English majors of the world should celebrate?
I think English, philosophy, foreign language majors, maybe not now, they're going to starve for a while, but that's not even the real issue, right? The real issue is if 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million people have their jobs disrupted, and we see the direction everything is going and how quickly it's going. What are you going to do with them?
AI models is put on the accelerator, placing hundreds of millions of jobs at risk. But as the world becomes more robotic, more technology focused, what place will there be for humans? Just how many of us will lose our jobs? And if so, who will buy anything? How will the economy even work? Well, today in this video, we're going to find out what's going to happen to humanity in the new age, and how the economy is going to function in a completely different way. Now, it seems like every year there's some new thing that everyone is predicting will completely take over the future. Most of them get overhyped and they end up fizzling out, or it takes decades to see any real changes. AI and automation are different. As we'll see, they're already changing society in a massive way. This is just the beginning. Tons of different jobs and industries are either about to change forever or they already have. We mentioned cashiers earlier, and they're one of the jobs at the highest risk of automation. In most chain shops and supermarkets, it's already happened, and we all see it today. It's very rare to go to any store now without any self-checkout machines, and if they don't have them, it just seems outdated. 2023 was actually a record year for these machines, with over 200,000 new ones added to the shops across the world. And there have been mixed feelings about them ever since they were introduced, but most people at least tolerate them. In a 2021 survey, 60% of people said they prefer them to the regular checkout. Most of the time they're faster than other methods, more efficient, and if you're in your own head, you don't have to speak to anyone. Even if all of this is just a minor improvement over an incredibly slow system, people do prefer it, especially the corporations using them. The amount of money they save is astronomical. What used to take paying 20 people can now be done with 20 machines and only 2 employees to oversee them. It doesn't matter if they lose tons of stock to theft, which is very common with the machines, as they still easily pay for themselves over time. It also doesn't matter if the whole thing does end up being a lot more annoying for the consumer. The process hasn't been fully automated really. The machines only take some of the load, leaving the rest of it up to you, meaning corporations make you do the work and cut out the cost while also making a profit from it. And this small example is a glimpse into a future of automation on a much larger scale.
They were replaced by robots. Go to a car factory, it's a lot of robots and a few people. It used to be a lot of people with few robots. And when people in those jobs said, you're destroying our livelihoods, sort of the white-collar world, Wall Street and technologists said, just reskill, right? Well, AI is going to do nothing to blue-collar work. Like, AI is not going to replace the baggage handler at the airport. AI is not going to replace your plumber to fix your toilet. It's just not going to happen, right? It's not going to build your house, right? Blue-collar work is about as strong as it can be in the AI world. Where it's going to affect is the knowledge economy. There's going to be a lot of knowledge work that will be replaced by AI, without a doubt. Will it completely decimate it? No. Will there be new jobs created that we can't imagine? Of course. And there will be some new skill sets that we need to go build up. And yes, knowledge work is going to be the place that it's going to hurt, not blue-collar work. It's just that's how it went. But I do think that jobs will switch. So, for example, in my world, the writer is the king, and the editor is like meh, And I think that'll completely flop. I think AI can write a shitty first draft of a press release, but you need a person to edit it. And so I think editors, people with good editorial eyes, are going to become heroes. Like, I'm not afraid of AI. AI, if you said write a book in the style of Simon Sinek, it'll write a book based on what I've done.
Right.
But it has no idea what I'm thinking. It's not going to come up with the idea of, like, I'm writing a book about friendship. AI would not conceive of that. Right? So I think new ideas and looking forwards, and this is why having why and having purpose and having cause matters, because I'm always looking way ahead, going like this. AI is behind. AI is looking backwards, asking where I came from. I don't care where I came from. I care where I'm going.